Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the Leo Mystic, and welcome to the Heaven on Earth weekly forecast here on YouTube. Whew, this is the 24th until the 30th of June. Well, actually, we are the 24th today. Normally, I record on the 23rd, but we've been doing the round table in London, and I've been traveling. So, this is why we do it one day later. But hey, let's have a look at the planets and their position for the whole week and how can we deal with it. I think this week, the past week, has been really intense with Moon in Capricorn, very heavy, and then coming into Aquarius, building up to the summer solstice and giving us a moment of, chill, relaxation once the Moon came into Pisces. That Moon into Aquarius helped us see the vision, helped us to get a glimpse of what we need to do in order to get to the future. It, as I said, was gonna give us things we needed, not necessarily things we want. This is especially true today too, since we have Venus in Gemini, wanting two things and really trying to figure things out in relationships and really want to get to the details in projects. But the thing is that Venus is squaring over to Neptune exact today. This is confusion in relationships. This is confusion in what you want exactly. You're trying to figure out these, two partners or two projects or two options that you have, and now they become like, I don't know, like what the hell should I do? With that Moon in Pisces came on Neptune, and that was actually the saying of, well, you know what, surrender to God, surrender to Source, surrender to Spirit. Everything will be fine, it will be okay. It's not a time to make decisions, but to go into your feelings and to trust the flow of life in your relationships, whatever is going on there. Can be going on discussions because Venus in Gemini is really chattery, and so the relationships is about getting facts out, getting, details out, and opposing Jupiter. Oh my God, that is huge. That is more. And we can forget to explore new territories and stay too much in our comfort zone. But we can get caught up too much in our own point of view too. So I think, honestly, with our Moon in Pisces, it's bringing to the confusion. So if you then go off a tangent and really go into the details, go into what you think is true and no one else, and like, this is my truth, I have seen it. We can get caught up in that, and that is not going to do well with your relationships. But if you can just really chill, feel, get into feeling and surrendering, everything will be fine. But when that Moon goes into Aries, we are going to have a start of a change in the way we act, the way we do. Let's have a look at the Sun. Sun is in Cancer. So we got Mercury, Mars, North Node in Cancer. This is so much feeling. Home. I want to come home to myself, to my feelings. Opposing all that Saturnian Pluto South Node, which is, you get down to business. It should be done with integrity. And come on, just conform. As long as you conform, then everything will be all right. But Pluto is saying, no. This is about to be done in another way. And so when that Moon comes into Aries, well, that's when it's going to make some aspects. Moon in Aries, the Moon is our moods, okay? The Moon moves through the zodiac in 29 days. Pluto takes so much longer. It could take up to 22 years for Pluto to be in a sign. So obviously that's going to be way more chronic. It's going to be, a lasting change, and it takes so much time for a generation to change. So Pluto is a generational change. The Moon is the other opposite of the spectrum. Like Pluto is the furthest planet, Moon is the closest planet to our Earth. And so obviously the Moon is our emotions, our moods. They're constantly changing. Where Pluto is our shadow, or Pluto is our deepest, darkest taboo that is just the unconscious that is very hard. It's karma, and it's staying there, and you take that with you. So the moon is very acute, or Pluto is chronic. And so when the moon shifts to another sign, we shift as well. Our emotions shift. And when a moon in Aries, it's just like, blah, get out, and rage and action, and I want to do, and agitated, and me. So it's like really intense. It's doing, it's get out. But start things. But to be honest with you, like the moon, obviously every time it goes into Aries right now, it is meeting up with Chiron. And so we immediately feel a pain in doing, a pain in acting, a pain in whatever that pain is. You know, it depends totally on you as a person. But, you know, how are you in terms of leadership? You know, where are your pains? How are you in terms of initiating things? Are you procrastinator? Are you, do you worry about your self-image? Do you worry about who you are? Do you worry about, taking the wrong action? I mean, stuff like that is coming up, and the healing is in the doing. So now it is going to square over to, it's the last quarter square to the sun. This is very detoxifying. It's getting rid of. So this is obviously a very yin moment with that sun in Cancer. It is about safety. It is about playing safe and about staying in the home. But Mars wants to get out. So this is about, especially on Chiron, the Sun and Chiron are going to square too. This is worrying about the self-image. This is worrying about, who I am and what my true home is. And, boundaries. Boundaries. It is about boundaries too. It is about saying no to people. It is about saying no to the old ways of doing things and stepping into your power, stepping into your home, to what you define as your home, and really getting out and being bold and saying no. And there is tremendous healing in that. Huge, especially since you've got Uranus and Taurus reshaping our values, but also this is, Uranus and Taurus can be where nothing is happening and all of a sudden it's like a physical, people can get super physical, people can in terms of morality can all of a sudden do something unexpected, abuse, whatever. So especially with Chiron and now in Sun in Cancer squaring, and the Sun is sextiling Uranus. So this is, in terms of feelings and emotions, a sudden realization, a sudden aha moment because of what you do, because of the action you take, and feeling the pain, the emotion. If you're afraid of selling something, afraid of asking for money, but you actually do it, now all of a sudden Uranus and Taurus says, aha, boom, and like a surprise, and all of a sudden, there might be someone popping up with a huge network and saying, here you go, what you did there I liked, but you would never ever have thought that, you were so afraid, but you did it anyway. You asked for that price, you asked for that money or whatever. And now you got rewarded. But it could either be the other way, man. You being so convinced and so cocky, and guess what? We're going to have Mercury coming into Leo. When is it here exact? The 28th, I think. 27. Yeah, 27. Mercury is going to come into Leo. Now, that in of itself is super playful, romantic. It's fun. It's speaking your truth. But the problem is it's got weird aspects over to Jupiter and to Neptune. It's making sesquiquadrats over to Neptune. It's making a sesquiquadrat over to Jupiter. This is weird. This is cocky. This is confusion. This is being wrong in who you think you are and what your true version of yourself is. But it's actually, again, speaking your truth, speaking your spiritual truth, and speaking your wisdom, and trusting that wisdom. But we could take abuse. Well, we can be abusive about in our words, we could be cocky, egotistical, MF, and I think then obviously we will have unexpected changes in our values. Like if you're too cocky, if you're too egotistical, then you will get a lash, like a big smack in the face. Karma is going to hit you back, and that's not good, right? So, but do remember, let's get down to basics. We got so much Cancerian energy. This is about feeling. This is about emotions. This is about home. It's communicating and acting, saying what you do in the home, saying what you feel. Feel it. Feel the pain. Let your revelations come in, pop up, everything that has to do with values and your physical feelings, how you feel. Then that moon is going to come by the end of the week. Moon in Taurus on Uranus. This is agitation. This is anxiety. This is ooh. But there actually, if you can, tune in, stay grounded. It is very grounded. Once it passes Uranus, we're going to get some grounding. Moon, Saturn, Moon, Pluto, very powerful. But before that happens, this is, anxiety, fear. All of a sudden, you wanted to go out and do something, but it's just like, all of a sudden you change. So unexpected changes. You might want to go to a party, but then all of a sudden it shifts and says, yeah, no, I'm going to stay home because I actually don't want to. And your friends are like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? And that is with everything. That is with a job. That is with, like, all of a sudden you can, like, say, I don't want to go because I feel sick. Whatever. But what it truly is to be able to see it. Like every time I'm saying this over and over again, when moon comes on Uranus, this is a check-in to the new earth that we are living in. How are you living with integrity? Are you taking care of our Mother Earth? Are you doing the work? How is everything going? This is a check-in. This is a feeling. And especially with Sun in Cancer, this is, do you feel at home in this planet? And if you don't, that moon on Uranus is your check-in. That's where you will feel. That's where you will have these resolutions. How can you feel at home in this planet, on this planet, with everyone on it? And how can we go towards a new vision? That's the check-in. Moon is on Uranus. When you then can learn the lesson, you will feel super grounded once that moon goes in a trine over to Saturn. I mean, if at all, these forecasts that I'm doing here, they're really to help you step into your power, your conscious leadership, and to move together towards a planet that lives in consciousness. And this is not just a wishy-washy, whooshy, whatever, I'm going to manifest the biggest thing in my life. No, this is what I'm doing with these forecasts is really helping and giving a vision as to what you need to do and how you can tap into a collective spiritual consciousness that is going to bring us towards a new level of consciousness together with the earth. And every single person is stepping into its power. And that is what I'm just saying here. And this can sound, if you're not really into spirituality, and if you're not into, taking those actions, well, then obviously it's really going to be difficult. But if you just listen and just cut the layers, and gradually you'll find and you'll try to understand it. And if I would suggest that you join a round table, which is where we help you, understand what it means to be at a conscious plane with yourself. And then that is what I'm doing with these forecasts, is to help us shift towards a new consciousness on this planet and what you need to do. So take that moon on Uranus on the 28th as a check-in. Feel, sense. It's a nice day for that. So that's what I'll leave you with. Thank you so much. Much love to Leo Mystic. Peace.